Hey everybody, this is DIY Coach Al at Lawn Care and Home Repair. It is such a beautiful day out here. I've been working on a project over here. Did me some spring core aeration, did me some defashing, did me some scarifying, did me some grass seed planting. If only I had something else to do. Oh, I do. I have a product that I'm going to review. Had to get me a 1-gallon handheld sprayer. I'm about to do a review on this, and I'm gonna take y'all along for the ride. Be right back. Cue the music. Hey, so we are here at this point where we're going to review this guy right here. This is a Ryobi handheld sprayer, and this is on the Ryobi One Plus system. That's one of those platforms that I'm on. I use Ryobi for not exclusively for my yard tools, but I have a Ryobi backpack, I have a Ryobi sprayer, I have a couple Ryobi edgers, but I wanted to get something when I'm just using a little bit of product. I haven't to put the backpack sprayer on. I'm not always treating 3,000 or 4,000 square feet. Sometimes I'm just doing a small area, and I specifically wanted to actually have one that would just hold a gallon and not even 2 gallons. Now, the reason I got this one is because it's small, it's very light, it holds a gallon. You can tank mix with this. It actually comes with a nice wand, and the tip on it will actually go from a string to a mist to even droplets. I just did my pre-germination. I use a T-jet flood jet because whenever you're trying to get your product in your soil, you always want to use something like a drop jet because it produces thicker droplets that's not going to stick to the blade of the grass. If you need something to be uptake by the roots, or if you need a product that's going to go into your soil, then you want to use something like a drop jet. If you're just looking for something that's going to be taken up through the leaves, foliar uptake is what it's called, then you want to use something that's a fine mist. When you do that, you have to change out your tip from the finer string to the flood jet. This actually, depending upon how you adjust it, can actually give you a fine mist, or it can give you those heavier droplets. The way this works, as I said, this is on the 18-volt system, the One Plus system. So if you have any other Ryobi tools, this is a 4 amp hour battery. The same tools will work in this that will work in your other tools that's on this particular platform. And I used this the other day. This 4 amp hour battery, I think, will allow me to do up to 90 gallons of product. And that really is a lot. That means that you don't have to worry about exchanging out your batteries. As I said, what I like about this is that it's small, it's compact. Not only can you just use it with one hand, you can just put your wand right into the top of the handle. You can also take it out if you want to hold the tank with one hand and spray with the other. I find sometimes it's a little bit cumbersome to actually have to hold my tank and then the wand. I like the fact that you can just do this all in one, and this really is not heavy at all. As I said, it's only 1 gallon of water. Other good thing about this is that many of the products actually come now, like I use my Tenacity, actually has the measuring cup on it, so you don't have to worry about getting anything like the syringe or teaspoon or anything like that. It's going to come with this measure. Oh, it's not going to go into focus, but anyway, it has the, there you go, has the measuring cup right on it. But in this case, I'm using some green pop starter fertilizer, and this requires a measuring cup. I'm also using some RGS, some root growth stimulant, and this also requires a measuring cup. The good thing about this is that the measuring cup is actually already on here. You actually have your measurements built right onto the cup. So you don't have to worry about keeping a separate cup if you don't want to do that. I'm hoping that that shows up. You don't have to worry about a separate cup. Now, when you put this on, you do have to make sure that you screw it on very tightly, because this is what's going to allow this to stay pressurized. So I put my tenacity in. I put my root growth stimulant in, I put my starter fertilizer in, and right here at the top, this really is true to 1 gallon. I didn't fill it all the way up because I wanted to have room for when I shake it up. And then, because I have my products in there, want to get it nice and shaken. It also has grooves right here in the side so that you can actually just put your cord, right a little bit, right in there. And then there's a groove on the front also, if you don't want your cords hanging around. This is a very simple, this tank actually comes off if you unclamp it right here. And on the other side, you can remove the tank from the spray unit. Because, and then if you want, like me, I have, you can't see it over here, I have a number of tanks, spray tanks, like right there, like that one is for my glyphosate. I just don't like to mix things around, like I said, but I really just wanted something that would allow me to just use my battery power, not have to worry about whenever you have to pump and build up that pressure. After you've been spraying for a while, then you're going to have to stop and pump. And what that means is that you're not going to get consistency in the flow. This is already, it's not a calibration on here that you can change, but when I was using it, it really is just right. And as I said, you can always change the tip or tighten or loosen the tip to get a stream or a miss. But just using this the other day, it's actually built pretty solid. Ryobi gets a bad name about some things. Now, when I'm doing my carpentry things, my home stuff, I have some Ryobi tools, but because I do that a lot more often, I use things like Rigid or Milwaukee or DeWalt, because they're actually built to be used over and over and over. This really is for the homeowner who's not going to be going out starting a business doing lawn care. If that's what you're trying to do, then this is not going to be for you. So in any case, I just wanted to show you how easy this is to use. Once again, you just take your battery out and you can exchange your batteries like that. This one battery, this 4 amp hour battery, as I said, it's going to give me close to 100 gallons. It's built solid. The on off switch is right here. You just press it and it's going to build up that pressure and it's literally ready to go. So I finished putting my peat moss over there. I put some topsoil over there. I even rolled it again to get that grass that grass seed to soil contact. So now I'm going to pause it and I'm just going to go over here and show you how easy this is to use. All right, so as I said, I've already done all the stuff I need to do, put my grass seed down and put some peat moss and stuff down on it and rolled it in. Now it's just a matter of spraying it. And like I said, the good thing about this is that I can actually just hold it with one hand and I can spray my product. And if you can see, that's actually coming out in a flood jet, type way, where it's really getting good amount of liquid down on it. And this area that I'm spraying now is not quite 1,000 square feet, but I have other areas that I'm going to be spraying. So I needed to have at least 1,000 square feet. Now, normally I would have even put some dye in here to let me see exactly where I was spraying. But because this area is so small, I see exactly where I'm spraying. And once again, this is really for if you're just trying to use something that you don't have to put a whole 4 or 5 gallons in, or if you're also not trying to put the backpack on. And trust me, when you're carrying that backpack with 4 or 5 gallons of product in there, it can get heavy. And what I'm going to do now is just stop, adjust the tip a little bit, see if we can get that in focus. There we go. And literally all you do is just turn this tip to change the rate of flow. And that's more of a stream right there. So I'm going to turn it back a little bit like that. And now you can see that it's coming out as a mist. So I just wanted to show you all 3 settings that you can do. It's actually windy out here today. And I know that using the mist is not going to get a lot of product down beneath that peat moss to the ground. So I'm going to just adjust it back out. And it's just a tiny turn. And now it's coming out in more of that flood jet kind of way. So as I said, this product is actually really good. I used it before, like I said, and I had good success with it. So I'm just going to go ahead now and finish putting down my product because, as I said before, this is just a kind of a project area in my yard. I mentioned in some video before that most likely this is all going to be taken up because we're going to put a concrete walkway right here. But this really is just something to do for now because I enjoy doing products. Hey, I'm not sure where you guys are, what your grass is looking like already. It's, I think, the 23rd of May up here. I'm sorry, of March up here. And the grass is already coming in really, really, really green. I put some Jonathan Green, very green fall pre-emergent in, and it's really doing a good job. Where the grass is coming in nice and green, it's just popping, and I don't know how it's going to show on camera, but it's already greening up very nicely. So I just have these areas that I needed to get filled in for now. As I said, didn't have to do it. I just wanted to have something to do, good for a video, good product review. But if you are looking for a battery powered small backpack sprayer, you can't go wrong with this. This really is nice. Hey, y'all have a wonderful rest of your day on purpose. Do me a favor, if you enjoy this content, please hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. I would really appreciate it. I've been getting some good feedback from my subscribers. I really, really, really appreciate you guys' encouragement. This is not something that I do full time. As I said before, full time I'm actually a psychotherapist and I write books, but this is something that's relaxing and I just really enjoy it. Y'all enjoy the rest of your day on purpose. Alrighty, I am done with this. That thing is really, oh, you can't see that. It is really, really, really nice. It did the job. I'm not really big on recommending things when I've just tried them for the first time because you really want to see how something does over time. But this really did put down a gallon of tank mix. And yeah, even with the tip on it, like I said before, normally I would have to change out my sprayer tips, but that one tip went, as I said, from the fine mist to more of like a flood jet. And it really did knock this out. Just have to come back now and turn my my sprinkler on to just water that in. But yeah, I've used it twice now. The reason I would say, hey, yeah, I would go for this is because, as I said before, I use a lot of Ryobi yard tools, and I've just never had a problem with them. I'm going to go ahead and say, because I've been using them before, I am on a number of different tool platforms, and Ryobi has just really upped their game. In fact, there are some YouTubers who only use Ryobi tools, so I cannot knock this. I think I am going to go ahead and recommend this. If you just want something, the ease of use with this, just being able to hold it with one hand like that, and then, you know, I'm filming myself. Normally I wouldn't be able to do that because I'm holding the tank in one hand and the sprayer in the other. But that thing really is good. I'm not sponsored by anybody. You know, I'm just too new in the game to even have anybody think about having me sponsor them. But with that being said, I really do love my subscribers and people who come back, and I'm seeing the views and things go up. I am just so appreciative. I don't even know what to say. It just feels good being welcomed into the community. You guys have a very blessed rest of your day. And like I tell folk over on my Mental Matters FYI YouTube channel, if you really want to do something that makes you feel good in this life, reach down on purpose and help to pick somebody else up. Promise you, no greater feeling you'll get. You guys take care. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Going to throw some other channels up here, some other videos for you to watch too. Y'all take care. Love you.